Tuesday, March the 21st, 2017, and this is your Barbados Today afternoon update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, a 20-year-old man of Waverley Cot in St. George is taken away from his family in tragic circumstances. Chad Calvin Butcher became the island's latest road fatality in the wee hours of this morning. Police say Butcher was traveling along Mylors Hill in St. Michael around 3:24 a.m. when the car he was driving struck an embankment, causing him to lose control before crashing into the National Sports Council's guard wall. The young man, who was alone in the car, had to be freed from the vehicle by fire officers and rushed to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where he subsequently died. Butcher's death brings the toll so far for the year to 13, compared to 10 for the whole of last year. The tsunami emergency preparedness of one of this country's schools was put to the test this morning. That's when the Department of Emergency Management conducted an evacuation drill at the Alma Paris Secondary School in St. Peter. DEM personnel and other emergency officials were on hand to give guidance and make sure the exercise was as close to being real as possible. DEM consultant Major David Binks suggested that the school relook its emergency plan and make some adjustments. However, he gave today's simulation a passing grade.
What was done today was well executed. I spoke with the other evaluators before we came here. There were no major concerns for the way the exercise went off. That's why I can stand here and say those two words. Well done. You need to remember this is a real situation. You need to move swiftly and not run. If you're going uphill, you run uphill, you're going to tire yourselves out. You run at all, you can hurt yourself or hurt somebody else. You walk swiftly as you did. 10 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes.
In sports now, Virasamy Permaul's 7 for 48 in the second innings, his 21st 5-wicket haul, helped Guyana defeat Trinidad and Tobago by 10 wickets in the WICB 4-day tournament at Queen's Park Oval. Now, Guyana's win was set up by their bowlers, who first negated TNT's winning the toss and electing to bat by bowling them out for 202, and then 50s from Raymond Reefer and Romario Shepherd helped them take a 128-run lead. That translated to an eventual target of 56, which Guyana bashed through in 13 overs on the fourth morning. Meanwhile, Roston Chase produced career best figures of 7 for 22 to help Barbados register a resounding 9-wicket win against Windward Islands at the Kensington Oval. The result meant Barbados overtook Guyana at the top of the points table.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper. Only 225, 220. Who? For what? That's Bear Stale News. I don't read about that from Barbados Today since last night. That can't only care do. 220. Who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back with news from the region now. The Trinidad and Tobago government has banned the importation of processed meat products from Brazil. Agriculture Minister Clarence Rambarat says the chief veterinary officer will not issue permits for the importation of such products from the South American country, which includes corned beef and chicken nuggets. The minister says they are still working on a policy for Brazilian corned beef already in the country. Inspectors in Brazil have been accused of taking bribes to allow sales of tainted food. Rambarat promised to look into the matter, and he said Trinidad and Tobago does not import raw beef or chicken from Brazil. Jamaica banned corned beef imports from Brazil on Monday. In more regional news, gang violence behind the prison walls is attracting the attention of prison authorities in Guyana. It's not a big problem, but keen attention is being paid, so says Acting Director of Prisons Gladwin Samuels.
Acting Director of Prisons Gladwin Samuels, who spoke recently with Nightly News, is not ruling out the possibility that Guyana's prison system is tackling what former Home Affairs Minister Clement Rohi had described as an upsurge of gangs behind the prison walls. Samuels told Nightly News that prison authorities have the matter under their microscope.
In terms of gangs being formed in prison, it is something that we pay much attention to in terms of preventing.
Samuels imparted that prison authorities have the right to protect all prisoners, but did not say how many prisoners are under protection directly as a result of gang-related issues. Headlines are continually published of prisoners being beaten by other inmates, some of whom were admitted to hospital under guard. There was such an incident 1 week ago.
I think what we have in Guyana is a situation whereby persons who are from the same community, once they enter prison, they tend to lend support to each other should there be an issue with, let's say, a village member.
And on the international scene, the U.S. has announced a ban on large electronic devices from cabin baggage on passenger flights from 8 Muslim-majority countries. Now, the Department of Homeland Security said bombs could be hidden in laptops, tablets, cameras, DVD players, and electronic games. The measure will affect 9 airlines operating out of 10 airports. Phones are exempt from the new rules. Richard Quest reports.
In future, you will not be able to take larger electronics into the cabin. They will have to be checked into your hold baggage. But here's the problem. We're not sure when this is introduced. Emirates says it is in 96 hours, but Saudi seems to suggest it's closer or nearer than that and almost immediately. So there's an element of confusion about that, Maggie. There's also an element of confusion about how far back it goes. For instance, if you start your journey in another city, transferring, say, for example, in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, or Doha, at what point do you lose control of your electronics? So there's a lot to be discovered about this. And the truth is, Maggie, this is going to be chaotic.
The UK is due to announce shortly a similar ban on certain flights. And that's news and the sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.